Probably the easiest and most versatile way to get into video is with Serato's VSL, Video Scratch Live plugin. The plugin is $1.99. It allows you to attach any video to any audio, so you're not limited to what's burnt on a DVD. You don't have to spend $6,000 on a DVD turntable and $12,000 on a DVD mixer, you know, and another $6,000 on another DVD turntable, and then be limited to what you're playing on the DVD. You can spend $199, get the plug-in, and put any video on any audio, and we're going to show you all of that. You can also download a free trial of the video plug-in. It's fully functioning. It doesn't expire. The only limitation is it has a watermark on the output screen. So it's a Serato watermark. Other than that, it's not one of these things you can only use for 10 days. It's not one of these things that some of the features don't work. Everything works. So download it for free. Test it out. Make sure your computer can handle it. Make sure it's something you like before you get into it. And if you want to get into it, it's $1.99. It's really cheap. And I'm going to show y'all some of what it can. I can unlink that, and now I can fade the audio without fading the video across. The knobs under that, the knobs directly under that button, I can open that up, press either knob, and it's going to open up my transition list. I can scroll down and choose another transition like a grid fade. Now when I fade across, it's going to break the screen up into a grid. Or I can choose something like box both, which will like flip it kind of like a box. So you have a lot of different transitions and a lot of different video effects. And every time they upgrade Scratch Live, or the VSL rather, and add to that program, that's a free upgrade, just like Scratch Live. Anytime there's a new version of Scratch Live, it's a free upgrade, just like the video plugin. The buttons, the bottom three buttons in that section are going to be your quick cut buttons. So if the video fader's on the right and I hit this top button, it's going to be a quick cut to the left. The button underneath that is going to be a temporary quick cut. So I press that and it'll temporarily jump over to that side, and when I release it, go back to where it was. Again, that's good for like a good rhythmic, kind of tap into the beat, flashing the other video in and out. The bottom buttons out of those three are going to be my auto fade buttons. You can press the button and have it automatically fade on its own from one side to the other, and you can control the speed of that. You control the speed with the second set of knobs. The more you go, and either one does the same thing. The further you go to the left, the quicker that auto fade is going to be. So now when I auto fade to the right, it's a pretty quick fade. When I auto fade to the left, it's going to be pretty quick. If I turn these knobs all the way to the right, or just really far to the right, it's going to be slower. The farther you turn to the right, the slower that auto fade is going to be. Now when I press that button, I get a really nice slow fade from one side to the other. So that leaves my hands free to mix the records out. You know, if you're juggling the records, if you're cutting up, manipulate the audio however you want while the video fades on its own. But what you want to remember, if you're doing that, you want to unlink your video fader from your crossfader. So if I'm doing a slow auto fade and I move the crossfader, that's linked to the crossfader. It's going to come out of that auto fade and follow the fader. So you want to unlink that first. And now you get your auto fade, your fade the music out, cut it up, whatever you want to do, and that video is still going to fade from one side to the other. So that leaves your hands free to get busy with the audio, and you don't have to worry about it following what you're doing with the audio. Video and audio. So that's how you can control all the effects and transitions and links with the mixer for your VSL plugin when you decide to get it for the low price of $1.99. Now a couple of new features in the newest version of VSL. If you go to your setup right here, you click on the effects tab, you can now import text and images. So if you want to put some text in, say you're at the club and it's somebody's birthday, and oh, you know, can you give me a shout out? You can, happy birthday to the annoying girl that keeps bothering me, or whatever you want to put, you know. Type in drink specials or no requests, or whatever you want to put up in there. Personal favorite. What you want to do, highlight the text bar, type in something. I'm going to put in Rane. Hit your font button. You go down here and choose a font, make it bold or italic, whatever you want, change the size, change the color, do whatever you want to do with that. Once that's set, go back to your Scratch Live screen. You can choose an animation. You can have it scroll, or you can have it zoom on the BPM or the bass. Let's just set it to scroll, because that's what text does. Use the little position section right here where you can change the position. Let's put it up at the top. And there's an effect parameter. These knobs that control the effect, when I was zooming in and out, you can assign something to be controlled by that knob. So effect parameter, we can control the size, the animation, the color, the orientation. Let's set it to color right now. And anytime you create a new text effect or image effect or change an effect, you want to hit the save button. Right now this just says new. When I hit save, it's going to say Rane because that's what I typed in. So I hit save, now it says Rane. So now that's saved. And anytime you want to make a change to it, you want to open this drop down list and make sure you click on the text or the image that you want to change effects to. And where you find that, if you go down here to your video effects section, scroll down to the bottom. There's that text I just put in, Rane. So I click on that. Now that's scrolling across the top of my screen. So if I want to change the color on that, remember I set it up for this knob to be able to change the color. So if I turn that, now that effect parameter will change the color of that text. Now it's scrolling kind of fast, going from right to left. Let's say I want to slow that down and make it go right to left, left to right. I come back over here and make sure that's the effect I'm working on. Click on Rane. Can change the scroll parameter a little bit, and let's say I don't want to change the color anymore. I want to change the size. Just click on that. So there's no change in it yet. You have to hit save. When I hit save, now that's slowed down. It's going the other way, and I can use this knob to control the size of the text. So if you have a lot of things you like to type or throw up on the screen a lot, your name, your email address.
Different styles of letters as well?
Yeah. Like I showed you, when you go in here to your fonts, you can choose, you can choose your font, you can choose the color of the font, whether it's bold, italic, both, the size of the font, all in your font list. Then you come back to Scratch Live, and then you set all the parameters that are in Scratch Live. And you can do the same thing with images, same process. Click on the image tab, hit browse through your hard drive and find an image. I already have one loaded up that I kind of like. Let's go back to Scratch Live. It's highlighted. So I want to put the animation on base zoom. Bump that up a little bit. And I'm going to put the position down in the bottom right hand corner and the effect parameter to size. Save that. Now when I go down to my effects list, I have that image I just put in, which is the image of the 68. Now I have the Rane 68 and the Rane logo, not the Rane logo, but Rane spinning across the top. And I have the 68 zooming in to the bass.
Take some music, huh?
Yeah, you can sync it to the BPM or to the bass of the music. So you can take your logo, put your logo over the bottom of every video you play all night. And the thing about putting in text or an image is it's an effect. It's not a video. It's just an effect. So even if